Our planet is being degraded at an unprecedented rate. Our relentless overexploitation of the natural world is throwing the ecosystems on which we rely out of balance and filling our atmosphere with greenhouse gases that are drastically altering the climate. This is causing fires, floods, droughts, and storms of increased frequency and intensity, displacing communities, threatening food security, and endangering lives across the globe. In response to this crisis, the EU has increased its climate ambitions
to become the first climate-neutral continent in the world by 2050.
Its 2019 European Green Deal aims to turn the tide on environmental degradation and on the climate crisis by reshaping the European economy across 8 different policy areas, including climate action, biodiversity preservation and restoration, and sustainable food systems. And our ocean and its protection has a crucial role to play in making the Green Deal a success.
Sometimes it's easier to forget about the life in the oceans because we're only seeing the surface of the ocean.
Today, over a third of the world's fisheries are overexploited. This overfishing is exacerbated by illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, or IUU fishing.
We know that illegal operators show no respect for laws or regulation. They are purely motivated by greed.
IUU fishing occurs on vast scales and concerns all aspects and stages of the capture and use of fish.
It's one of the greatest threats to marine life because it fundamentally undermines conservation measures and efforts to sustainably manage fish populations.
Sometimes they say that illegal fisheries is a crime without a victim. That's certainly not true because the victim is the ocean and all the life in the ocean, but it's also all those people, millions of people that are dependent on fisheries for their livelihoods.
The European Green Deal provides a unique opportunity to tackle IUU fishing in order to halt biodiversity loss, build sustainable food systems, and boost the EU's effort to combat climate change. Here's how. Climate neutrality by 2050 is now a legal objective under European climate law, one of the first climate action initiatives launched within the European Green Deal.
We are running out of time to limit warming, but a conversation we're probably not having enough is about these amazing nature-based solutions.
We all know that trees absorb carbon dioxide. And when we look towards the marine environment, blue carbon habitats also absorb carbon dioxide.
They can absorb 4 to 6 times more carbon dioxide than tropical rainforests.
Oceans are essential for climate neutrality because 25% of greenhouse gas emissions are absorbed by the ocean, but that can only happen if we have a rich and diverse biodiversity.
IUU fishing makes overfishing exponentially worse, and destructive fishing practices are destroying our marine habitats and emptying the ocean of marine life.
Ending IUU fishing can play a vital role in increasing the ocean's resilience to climate change, as the EU works to become the world's first climate-neutral region. By 2022, the European Commission will propose a nature restoration law, which will include binding targets for the protection of ecosystems. The underwater world is home to a multitude of unique, important, and often enigmatic species.
Ocean biodiversity is absolutely vital for the survival of this planet.
However, this marine life is under threat from IUU fishing as it decimates fish populations and ocean food webs.
These illegal activities are often targeting protected species and protected areas. And that places even more pressure on species that are already threatened and the sensitive habitats they need to survive.
Combating IUU fishing is one of the most cost-effective ways to restore our ocean, whilst boosting profit for governments, legal fishing operators, and local communities.
Prioritizing ending IUU fishing through an ambitious EU biodiversity law is something that can set marine habitats on the path to recovery.
By 2023, the European Commission will propose laws for sustainable food systems to implement its farm-to-fork strategy, with the goal of a healthier, more resilient and sustainable EU food system. Globally, the EU is one of the largest producers and consumers of seafood, with the consumption reaching over 12 million tonnes in 2018, 63% of which is imported. This represents 19% of the world's total imports.
The EU is the largest trader of fishery and aquaculture products, and therefore we have a specific responsibility, not just in Europe, but also in the whole world.
These are problems that we see daily around our coastlines here. IUU fishing can result in significant and long-lasting damage to hundreds of millions of people, especially in low-income families. Their lives depend on successful catches.
Tackling IUU fishing would not only help to guarantee a fair and sustainable EU food system, it would safeguard fish populations around the world and help ensure food security for all. The EU must recognise the role that tackling IUU fishing can play in achieving the ambitions set out in the European Green Deal. Concrete and enforceable measures to prevent IUU fishing are available and ready to deploy, and a number of related governance measures are already enshrined in EU law. Fighting IUU fishing is therefore an impactful and cost-effective way for the EU to achieve its goals and effectively tackle climate change, biodiversity loss, and sustainable food challenges.
We may be the last generation of decision makers with an opportunity to end the troubling destruction of our oceans.
Without thriving life in the ocean, we will not have a thriving planet.
By prioritising IUU fishing in upcoming legislation under the EU's biodiversity, farm-to-fork and climate strategies, the EU can take massive strides in making our ocean and our planet healthier and more resilient, while protecting livelihoods and ensuring a fair and prosperous future for everyone.